things have escalated to a situation that is not favorable for us or for our purposes. Can you please explain to me why you think that would be?
Because they're a bunch of asshats.
He writes down the word assets. Exclamation point.
There was division going on between the kingdom and its people, and we try to help because we come across some very important information, and we try to help, but it didn't turn out so well.
Define not so well.
The king, Stan the king, just, he never believed us and never wanted to hear it, but, bad things were going on.
Oh, okay. How many rifts did you close for the kingdom?
Two.
Two.
You say two just like that, long and drawn out.
Yes, two we closed for the kingdom. We were getting ready to go to a third one.
Two.
They only knew about three.
Oh, how many were discovered in their time there?
Three.
Three?
No. At the very end, we had someone else that discovered two more, so 5 total were discovered.
Five discovered.
You closed two.
We were on our way to go to the next one when misfortunes happened.
Misfortunes. I agree. Okay, well, the
There
explorers.
there was someone being held captive, and I could not let someone be held captive and killed.
Did you at least free the man that was held captive?
Unfortunately, no, because we never found out where he was at.
So, your concern was that when a man was held captive,
We went to
and you
save
went to
him.
save that man, and instead of saving that man, which was the original reason for the interference, you are now banished from the kingdom. The Explorers Guild is no longer welcome into that area, which has high elemental activity. But at least you didn't save that man. Okay.
We saved his son.
Oh, his son. And how is his son?
He's great. He's living.
Yes, he is living.
He was quite
Yeah,
alive.
we see he's alive.
You may have some issues to the north
Also
of
really
that city,
evil.
in the Fire Plains,
Firelands, yes.
Firelands.
Firelands has always been an issue. There are rifts everywhere up there. That's why no one travels there.
Okay.
Until we have a better sense of how to close rifts and not open giant rifts.
Well, the Dregthar family believes that.
Who is the Dregthar family?
Oh, that's some lowlifes in the kingdom.
That's the
Yeah.
problem in the kingdom.
Okay.
They were a very prominent family in the kingdom.
They
They
sound
were-
important. They
And,
sound essential to the city.
yes.
They were.
And
Oh, yeah.
he belonged.
them.
Were?
He belonged to the Night's Watch or something. What is it?
The first watch?
The First Watch. No,
Yes.
the First Watch, whoever they are,
The final watch?
The final
Final
Yes.
watch. Yes.
is very concerned with the Firelands.
Where is this man?
He's dead.
Him and his followers are dead.
Well, no, just him.
Just,
We didn't kill
I
him.
thought we killed the,
They didn't
some
kill him.
guards.
No,
Wait, we
his
didn't-
followers didn't die.
They hit his little alchemy guy.
His hand just. It's like twisting his beard.
he unfortunately was, lost his life.
So for the Final Watch.
Should we tell him about the demon guy, Corbel?
We're going to get to that, yes.
We saved
Demons!
What did he told him? Did he save?
Yes. Exactly. There was turmoil going on in this kingdom, and this man we were trying to save
Yeah, we just got sucked into it.
was held captive by these people, and we were going there to save him because Corbel, the king's little messenger man, that was his father.
The man you were trying to save in the first place.
Yes.
Yeah.
So his son, you were
Saved.
helping him.
Yes.
Yes.
Where is his son?
He teleported?
No, he just escaped.
He's the demon,
He
apparently.
teleported.
Yeah, he teleported.
We don't know
Should we
that.
tell him this?
Sure.
Please do tell me!
No, I'm saying this.
No, we should finish about, yes, the final watch, they are concerned about the north, because they said there is, bad stuff coming from that place, and that's where Corbel, the little man, teleported to. And you know,
It appeared he
The little
wasn't.
man that was a demon.
yes.
Of the man you were trying to save his son.
Well, we thought he was just the king's messenger.
He was bound and gagged in
Yeah.
the Dregthar's
Yeah, they
house,
had-
and we released him.
So a member of the final watch had someone bound and been gagged, and instead of figuring it out, you killed the man of the final watch, who we have very good relations with,
After
And
he admitted
then-
that he was, I'm so sorry,
and then freed the man that he had captive, where he teleported away from you because he's a demon?
Yes.
In
that order?
our defense, some of us might have got a little, trigger happy when we found out that the Stefan Drexstar, had asked his, apothecary man to poison the king.
Yes, that was happening.
Yes.
That was happening, and so we were on a, yeah.
We had to make choices.
We viewed him as the enemy once he said that they were poisoning the king.
So I wanted to.
So put his weapons on the table.
And you fought him because he provoked your attacks?
No, we didn't fight him. I said some of us might have got a little trigger happy.
Okay.
We're all on the same page.
We're not all on the same page.
You know?
He's just jotting things down, and
But I did go to the king and I explained,
Yes, we know. Yes, you've been exiled. There's a bounty on your head, and there's a lot of other things happening.
yeah, my head.
That's the reason
Oh,
why
yeah.
we have an issue, because now not only are we not allowed there, they are demanding that we produce your head for them.
At least,
No.
No, that's not what. No, you are no longer a part of
Oops.
the realm because you escaped from prison, and without a trial and without any form of reconciliation or explaining your actions, you were gone. And now they demand that you are delivered back to them.
King's royal
We should all
guards
be looking
came
another
to
way
I
the
know, I'm like this.
Yeah.
and the king is exiling you from the land. And he escorted me to the gate, and he told me to leave.
Yep, that is what
That's
happened.
exactly what happened.
That is what happened.
That
Can I
is-
message him
that
and
is
say,
what
please play
happened.
along? Please play along.
You attempt to cast message. Not only when you begin to cast, it's noticed by everyone in the room watching, and a small still hush comes. But the second you project that spell forward, even though it's just a little bit of arcane energy that it takes to begin the spell, there's an instant backlash of the energy, and it actually forms as a purple light in front of you and backfires backwards, causing you instant pain and just extreme loud ringing in your ears, and now you can't concentrate on
Do I
spells.
notice this?
I think everybody.
He's to the side behind you. You notice the light, and he goes down onto his knees.
So I would notice that.
You notice that, yes.
So, because I can turn to you and tell you, that, remember, I said to make amends for what you've done.
I am bowing to him. I'm sorry.
What we were told was that you escaped from prison, and that there is now a bounty on your head in the kingdom of Goldenhelm until the debt of the death of Stefan has been paid.
I would never do something so dishonorable.
We will look into this further and verify that this is the case. But we talked to the royal advisor to the king, and this is what we were told.
Advisor to the king. Who's the royal advisor to
Perillable Pennyworth.
the king? Okay, and we had seen him before, I just didn't.
Yes,
know.
yes. You never spoke to him really.
No,
Horrible.
garbage.
Not horrible.
I just wanted to make sure.
That's
True.
Whatever the mage did. What you did.
Mm. Yeah, mage isn't here right now, so.
Is there anything else you should know, or that you need to know?
I think that's plenty for now.
Throw her under the bus.
I'm going to take all this information and I'm going to find out what's actually happening. I'm going to use what you've told me about the discovery of the extreme tear in the material and elemental plane of Earth. And from there, we will move forward with our research. There have been some setbacks in your assignments. The loss of Boros was felt by all of us.
Yes.
He was a fine junior member, and we are sorry that happened in your guys' time.
He did die trying to protect us.
I believe that of Boros. Now, moving forward, it has been decided already in advance that you need some guidance, to put it lightly. You will remain here in the city for a short time until we research the rest of this and find out what's going on. We do not want you anywhere near the rift that has been created. We don't know if you guys have been affected by the amount of toxicity enough to make it to where you want to go back, and we do not want you lost to the rift. So, spend some time, relax, resupply, and you will be reassigned in short order.
Will we be reassigned together though?
That is to be decided. Once I convene, we will figure out how that will work. Until then, you may go. You are free to stay within the guild. Do not leave. You will be summoned before tomorrow's night. Thank you.
Wait, what's his name? Can you please grant your wisdom to us, and can you inform us of why these centaurs had power stones in their weapons? And what is the word for these stones?
Oh, you should
The
tell them
official-
about that.
What?
You should tell them about that.
Yeah, they might not know they had stones.
Ah, yeah, the
And
centaurs
you
had
notice if you
stones
write
in their
down that
weapons.
Elemental.
The same stones that are around the
I thought
gates,
this was
the
the-
gate
okay.
stones. Can you give us proper terminology?
Wait, didn't somebody grab one?
Yes.
Yes,
And
Brandon.
can you tell
No,
him?
no, I'm not telling you.
What?
And
Oh,
You have a stone.
No, but
she has
stones.
one.
No, the javelin.
Yeah, he has one.
I'm not gonna tell
but he was in one
I got a
color.
stone too. I gotta get a stone. I haven't gotten a stone yet.
Well, Mom has yours.
I have.
This is important information.
you. I'll pull out the spear,
This is literally our job.
and I'll say they had weapons like these. They had the stone in the weapon. Can you please explain this?
a fine discovery by a fellow rogue.
And it was able to pierce the stone. This might help in the fight. You should, unless you already know this. It was able to pierce the armor of the elemental.
He kind of like leans forward and like points his little nubby hand out and goes, let me see, and it floats up right in your hands and just goes right to him.
Can you do
And
magic?
he grabs it and he just goes, You said the natives had this?
The
Yes.
centaurs. Right, natives.
Well, we've used these. We've used the stones for things like this recently, but we didn't know the
We
actual.
need to ask how we
The
can
natives were doing this.
harness the stones into our weapons.
Yes, I believe you completely.
Armor.
And then he throws the,
You know?
the javelin up in the air.
Yeah, they
A
just
gate,
said
a
they-
little
Oh,
gate
no,
opens.
come on.
They said they've done
Come
it.
on.
Right through it, and it
They
closes.
said they've done it
He goes,
recently.
He goes,
Yeah,
you
we
research
don't know
this
how.
immediately and find out the properties are
I
different.
don't
from
think
the
they're
previous
gonna
film.
know
Thank
us.
you very much.
Sure
It
it
is
is.
noted
Yeah.
Help
by your
us.
donation.
Can I please have something like that back?
Once we're done with it, you may have it back.
Oh,
How do you make those?
another question. Yes. How can we harness the power of the stones of power?
Buttons
Don't
of power.
How can we harness the stones of power?
One of the many endless students will be able to help you with that. I have much to do. There is a giant elemental creature coming through to our plane as we speak, and I must attend to that.
Yes.
And
We are willing to help.
you will not go anywhere near. You will wait right here, and we will be with you shortly, by the end of day tomorrow. Okay? This is adjourned. Thank you very much, everyone. And they all stand up, and they, in respect of Isbit, and he turns around and he like levitates down and goes out a little tiny door that you didn't see there a second before, and out he goes.
Well, all right. That wasn't too bad. Nobody died.
No,
No.
Yeah,
that went rather well.
we're not even like completely imprisoned.
No.
Alright.
First order of business.
First order of business is why do they seem to feel like, I've escaped? Why do you think the king's doing that?
More
No,
lies
I
and
don't
treachery
know.
from that kingdom.
That kingdom is nothing but
Treason.
lies
Yeah.
and it's not a good place.
1, 2, 3, 4 deception checks. You will make an insight roll.
Are we done?
Deception checks.
You don't have to. You didn't say a word.
19.